Guys, Ren from Ren's Kitchen in the van at Blythe Beach. It's really dark. The time is literally 10 to 6 at the moment. So I just wanted to say that it's been probably 3 weeks or 2 weeks since Denise come at me with a knife, and we haven't had a conversation since. So in that time frame beforehand, I genuinely felt like she was seeing somebody else, and for all me asking her, she always denied it. But you know when you can see the lie in someone's face, like with me, you get to know someone, or I get to know someone. You ask certain questions, you know what facial expressions they make to truth, and then you gauge it again, and then you find out what face they make when they're lying, what their tells are, and stuff like that. I do not believe that I was reading too much into this, because she was really secretive with her phone. She was gone all day. She never had no energy when she came home. She had bruises on her ankles and on her wrists. I call them sex bruises. She always tried to palm them off as if they were mine. And I used to say as a joke, don't try and palm your sex bruises off on me and say it's me, so that when I see them, I'm not shocked, because I'm very observant with stuff like that. And it just really frustrates me, because I thought honesty was the best policy. I genuinely thought honesty was the best policy, and good guys finish last, as that saying goes. But I'm not going to dwell on it, because I know that I am the better person, and I know that I would rip the bandage off as a metaphor for telling the truth, opposed to leading someone on. At first I thought she had a fling, and then she realised she made a mistake, and then she was even more intense and devoted to me, because she was trying to make up with it, because she had a guilty conscience. And then I thought, to me, after all the conversations that we had and we resolved stuff, even though she never ever spoke about anything or went over anything, and just got really defensive, that's another guilty tell. When someone gets so emotional about answering a simple question that they get emotional, and then they use emotional blackmail on you, so that you then have to console them, and then your issues left on the wayside. And it was really frustrating for me, because she tried to cover up her lies with intimacy. And as much as a man loves intimacy in a relationship, it isn't the be all and end all. And it's just really frustrating for me, because I saw all the signs and I never actually acted on it, because you always have that thought and feeling in your head, oh yeah, maybe I'm wrong. But when someone, like, I used to get buttered up, so she'd have 2 days off, she would butter me up, we'd do everything together, she'll be so nice, and I used to think, this is genuine love. But in certain respects it was forced a little bit, and I felt at times, right, she's doing this today, I bet tomorrow when she says she's at work, she's completely uncontactable. And then the last day of all of the arguments, I couldn't get hold of her for 12 hours, never answered the phone once, never had an explanation for that either. She said she was at work, but I feel like she was using work as an excuse to have extracurricular activities. I genuinely do not understand why she would lie to me about going out with her friend Margaret, when I met Margaret on our very first date. So I don't understand why she would lie about something like that. I'm not overbearing, I'm not controlling in any way, shape or form. Like, as much as we were in a relationship, it felt like I didn't know anything about Denise, because I'd ask her how her day was, and she'd give me like staggered, well thought about responses, opposed to a fluent script of how her day went, kind of thing. And it's just really frustrating for me, because she says that she shut down and she closed off and she went back to her old ways. What is her old ways exactly? Was her old ways a cheater? was her old ways an abuser to abuse men because she had been abused by a previous partner? I have absolutely no idea. And it isn't really for me to think, but I just wanted to document this because, like, I fear, like, I've seen the spiteful side of Denise, and during many argument conversations, she always said and told me what she would do if ever we broke up. I don't understand what it is that I'm supposed to have done. Like, in a relationship, you say, oh yeah, you're not up to scratch, you need to improve this, or this, and then, or I'm gone. That conversation was never had. It was like she just led me on and lived a completely separate life when she was away from the house. And seeing all those messages, I do not know who that person is. And I've already made a post, and it's scheduled to be posted on Monday, and there's nothing I can do to stop that now. But it basically just outlines my fears, what I'm worried about, and how confused I am about this whole situation. I don't understand. Well, I'm going to end this and start again.